Hey everyone, today I'm going to walk you through the daily news digest agent. As product managers or professionals, it's important to be abreast of the latest news and developments in your industry. But we hardly have enough time to scan through dozens of news sites and articles every morning. And that's why I built this agent, which delivers a curated newsletter of top stories straight to my inbox at the defined time. So let's do a quick demo. Going to run this agent. So here's how it works. I've used a scheduled start block to run at a defined frequency. Then a Google News search block retrieves the latest stories based on the news topic that I provide. In this case, I have provided AI in healthcare as the topic for search. Then the results of the Google News search block is passed on to this generate text block, which essentially takes the results and formats it into a clean JSON, ensuring that every news article is consistent with the title, the article thumbnail, the URL, and then this is an array of all those news articles. This is one of the more complex workflows where we are combining the search, normalization, scraping, and then iterating through each of those scraped news articles to generate an asset. So I've added this run workflow here. It takes this consistent and clean formatted JSON array of all the news articles that we got from this particular blog, and it runs this subflow. Inside the subflow, it's scraping every URL that was received from the Google News blog one by one. Based on the content of this URL, it generates a report that has a headline of the news story, a short summary content, a list of key takeaways, the article URL and thumbnail, and then it returns all of this data in a clean sample JSON output back to the main flow, which is saved in the all articles variable here. And then we call the generate asset block. Essentially, it has an HTML template. This template controls how my result will turn out to be, and then there's some test data so that I can preview how that looks like before it's actually generated. And then once it's ready, it triggers an email with a subject called your daily newsletter, and then it will have the entire HTML that the generate asset block generated, and the workflow is here. A quick example of a daily news digest is one in my inbox. So a daily newsletter, and it has the article's thumbnail. I can actually click on this and go to the actual story, a summary of the article, a few key takeaways, and that does for all the major news updates for that day. And this is a email that I get every morning and helps me keep track of what's happening in my industry and saves a lot of time as well. Thanks for watching.